Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, my name is Jada, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back again. So guys, today I'm going to be sharing a story. In my get to know me tag, I said I lived in the Philippines presently, so I'm going to be sharing a story of how I got here. So stay tuned. Okay, like we all know, Nigerian universities and strike, it's something else. So I was home for like 4 months because of the strike, and I was always stuck with the net, just chatting on WhatsApp and so many things. And my dad, he's the kind of person, he loves school. Like he loves school so much. So he came one day and he was like, instead of just chatting and doing nothing, why don't you check other countries? Like your mates are there searching for scholarships, they are getting scholarships to go outside the country, and you're just here chatting. So I was like, okay, let me just check it out. I don't want issues right now. So I checked it out, checked countries, but the steps, the procedures, getting the admission, it was so difficult. It looked really, really difficult. And I noticed that you need to have somebody there before you can, or before it will be very easy for you. So I had no one in the countries I was checking. So I went back to him and I was like, Daddy, I can't find any country. I can't seem to find anything. And he was like, have you checked the Philippines? And I was like, oh yes, I haven't checked the Philippines. So then I went back, and then I remember I had someone here in the Philippines. I was like, okay. I just messaged her, and then she was like, yeah, you just messaged me at the right time. Like this is a very, very good time to get admission in the Philippines. Like presently did not started the semester, so you can apply and get the admission. And I was like very, very happy. As wow, yeah, this is making sense. So I went back to my dad and I told him, and he was like, okay, let's try it, let's see what's going to happen. So she was like, I need to go and meet her dad because her dad was in Nigeria. He just got back from the Philippines like not long ago. So to get the procedures and steps and everything, I should just go and meet her dad. I said, okay. So my dad at that moment, he wasn't home. He traveled. So it was just my mom. God, I was so eager. Like I was really, really eager. I couldn't wait. So I called my dad and he was like, okay, yeah, you and your mom can go. My mom, no, she said no, she's not going. I should wait for my dad to come back. So I had to wait for my dad. I waited for my dad. But actually I called her dad because she was like, okay, you can call my dad before you go and see him. So I called him and then he was like, okay, it's fine, you can just come on this day. So when my dad got back, we went to the house. When we got to the house, we were talking, and the parents were like, yeah, it's a good thing, yeah, it's really nice, it's far better to study abroad than to study in Nigeria, everything like that. Then we asked how I was going to get the admission, and then he said, okay, in the Philippines you don't need to write an exam to get admission, you just need to pay the admission fee. And then okay, when you come here, some schools, depending on the school you're coming to, you might write an exam, other schools you won't. So he was like, I just need to pay the money. So he gave us everything, the calculation, the estimated value, how much we needed to pay. Then we went back home. At that particular time, that day, that moment, my dad had this money. So he was like, okay, should we use it? Then I was like praying. I was like my mind was already, let's go. Then he was like, okay, let's use the money. So because he was working out of the city we were at the moment, so he traveled the next day and he left the money with my mom and I. So we were meant to take it there. So then the next day we took the money there, we gave it to the dad, and he was like, okay, because the school that his children were, he wanted me to go there, but they didn't have the course I was to apply for. So there was a school close by, and then he would send her to go and check. So okay, so when she went to that school, she came back, messaged me, she told me that it was late there and I couldn't get admission at that particular university. My mind, I was already getting scared. So the dad said he had a friend in another city, so he's going to send her there to go and check. Or rather, I think he said he messaged her, and the friend said yes, I could get admission. So okay. Then she went there. She went to the other city, and then she got the admission. Finally, she got the admission. Me at home, I was already scared though. You know now, my dad already gave the money, big money. Imagine that I did not get the admission. I don't know what my dad would have said. So I was already scared. I was really, really scared. But finally, she messaged me, and then she was like, okay, yeah, she got the admission. Me, I had been praying so many prayers back to back. I was praying. So when she sent me a picture of the admission, I was so happy. So it was later, I think it was just for her to send the admission back to Nigeria, because at the Philippine embassy you cannot go with a soft copy. You have to go with the hard copy, like the real admission letter. So I think it was going to take like few days for her to send it from the Philippines to Nigeria. And at the time when I applied for the admission, it was around December. So you know, all the celebration, Christmas, New Year, everything was just kind of like on a hold. So it was going to take time for some things to come true. So finally she sent me a picture again. She had sent it through DHL. I was like, finally, everything's coming, like everything's working out. So she sent the admission letter. We're just waiting for the admission letter to get home. So finally, I think a few days after she sent it, I think he called my dad, and he was like, okay, my admission letter is here. I was very happy, very, very happy. So my admission letter came back home, came home to me. So the next step was to go to Abuja to process all my documents and everything. So we stay in Kaduna. So we had to travel to Abuja to go and process. So the day I was meant to go, the first day I was to go to Ministry of Education in Abuja. My dad didn't go with me, but I had an uncle who lived in Abuja at that time. So he's late now, may so rest in peace. So he went there. Usually they said people were always much there, so he had to go very early to secure a place for me, a position for me. So he went early, he got me a number. When I came, it was just so perfect. I was able to enter that day. So I went, and my documents were verified, and also I went back to Kaduna that same day. Then the next one was to go to Foreign Affairs in Abuja also, but that day my dad went with me. So we left home very, very early. My dad, when you want to travel with him, he will wake up very early. I don't know if he gets to sleep that night or not, but he's going to wake up very, very early. So he woke up early, we got ready, my mom drove us to the park, then we took a taxi to Abuja, and then we got to Abuja, we went to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We met someone, so we gave him my documents. Nigeria and bribe. You have to bribe your way through now. So we paid some money. They will always collected money, saying they will give you your documents like in an hour. But we ended up waiting for like 6 hours, if I was not mistaken. I was just feeling for my dad, like he was just there with me throughout. So we waited. Finally, at about 3 p.m., 4 p.m., I got the documents. So we headed to the embassy like immediately. But when we got to the embassy, we were already late. We heard from like the security men outside that they closed by 10 a.m. You can just imagine 10 a.m. I think they follow the time here in the Philippines, because the Philippines is ahead of Nigeria with 7 hours. So I think they use the timing also. So they said I had to come back the next day. My dad, being a very nice person, he spoke with them nicely, and they gave him hints and tips on what to do. Actually, when you first come, they'll send you an email. In that email, you print out the necessary forms, and then you fill it up, and then you come back again. Clear enough for us. My dad found a way, and then the security men then they sent us the email. So we went back home, we printed it. My dad did not even let me fill the form. He doesn't want mistakes or anything. He filled the form by himself. So the next day we went back to Abuja together with him. I went inside for the interview. There were so many rules: dress very decent, wear this, wear that. So I dressed like that. My parents if you see what they made me wear, God. So I went there. I met them for the interview. Unfortunately, I think one of my documents were missing, so I needed to get that. So the interview did not even hold again. So I went back to my dad and I told him, and then okay, the documents we needed, we had to go to the court to get it. So that same day, my dad was like, let's go to the court in Abuja ASAP. I think it's more expensive there. If we had gone back to Kaduna, it would have been very cheap. But we went to the one in Abuja. My dad was like, because any documents you have to go back to Foreign Affairs to verify it first before you take it back to the embassy. So my dad was like, okay, let's just do it in Abuja so that you can take it back there, verify it, and then the next day you come to embassy. So we got the documents, went to Foreign Affairs, we gave the guy, and he was like, okay, I should come back tomorrow. My dad was like, you should assure him that when I come back in the morning the next day I was going to get the documents. The man was like, okay, yes, I will. My dad was like, okay, no problem, let's go home. We went back to Kaduna the next day, very early. My dad was like, okay, go back very early. My dad sent me back to Abuja very early that day. I went, I met the man. I think he had sorted everything out. It was verified, so he gave me, and I headed straight. When I got to the embassy, I was still quite early. I think I got there like around 9 a.m. or so. I was still early, so I went in for the interview and I was successful. And then they collected the money for the visa. They collected the money, I paid, I got my receipt, and they gave me a date to come back. I think after 7 days they gave me a date and time to come back. So I was very happy, excited. I went out, called my dad. I was like, I've paid and everything. He was like, congrats, I'm so happy for you. Okay, now I was like, wow, everything's getting real. Like, this thing was just like a joke, but actually it's so real right now. So I went back home. That 7 days, I needed to fix stuff, start buying things, getting ready, getting set. I was getting set. I started seeing my loved ones, seeing people. I was just keeping in touch because I know very soon the girl is leaving. I was just meeting people. I was just seeing so many people. Then I went back after 7 days. It was on a Wednesday. My dad was like, he wanted that very day I get the visa, I should just take my flight and leave immediately. My mom was like, why the rush? Calm down. My mother, she was going to meet her daughter, and the man, he was just in a haste, just go. So everything did not work out like that though. So I went back to Abuja. I collected my visa. I was so happy. I called him. I was like, Daddy, I've gotten my visa and all. He was like, congrats, I'm so happy for you, my girl. He always say my girl. So I went back home to KD. Now I don't know, I was having mixed feelings. I don't know if I was sad. I don't know if I was happy. I was happy because I get to leave the country, but I was sad because I was leaving so many people back at home, so many loved ones, people I couldn't do without. I was just feeling something else. So Wednesday, right, I got my visa, I went back home, and then my flight was on Friday. So on Friday morning we left Kaduna. My dad still did not drive to Abuja. He got a driver to come pick us up. Very early in the morning we left again. We left to Abuja for my flight. My flight was by 6:30 p.m. but we left home very early, that we got to from Kaduna to Abuja, or Abuja to Kaduna is just like 1 hour 30 minutes, or highest 2 hours. But you can imagine, we left very early, very early. I think we got to Abuja by 9 or so. We didn't even eat. My mom prepared something and then she took it, so when we get there we could eat. So we got to the airport. We had to wait till like 6:30. They were like, eat. Oh God, I just wish I ate that food, because right now I miss having my mom's food. Like, I miss eating homemade meal. I'm tired of eating my own food. So I couldn't even eat. There was no appetite. So I think we had to wait. We waited for like 6 hours or so, and it was getting really late. They needed to go back to Kaduna, and the road is not safe. They had to go back very early. So I think they left me like around 3:30 or 3. Yeah, by that time the driver came back to pick them up again. So my dad did not even hug me, he did not say anything, he was just like, bye my girl, take care of yourself. That was all. This man just left us there standing with my mom and my siblings. He was like, he's going to meet the driver so that the man won't say they kept me waiting. My dad left. My mom, I and my siblings stood there and we're crying. We were all crying. Okay, right now I'm so emotional, like I want to just tear up because I just keep remembering that particular day. My mom was literally crying. She was crying. My siblings were crying. There was this woman close by to us. She was also crying with her daughter. She came to console my mom. I was like, don't worry, she's going to be fine. She's going to be okay. It was just so emotional. Like, it was really, really emotional. So I said goodbye to them and they left. So they left like 3:30 or so. I had to sit down for like 3 more hours to wait for my flight. So I sat down at the airport. I was waiting. There was no one I could talk to. I was just chatting with my best friend. And thanks for all the love and support, man. So he was just keeping in touch. We're just talking. He was just advising me, you'll be fine. So many talks. We're just talking actually. So it was final time. I checked in and I was in the plane. I called my dad because that's the only time I could talk to them. I called them at home. I was like, okay, I'm leaving now. He was like, okay, safe flight. Okay, my flight was meant to stop at Dubai for like a few hours before we go on to Manila, the Philippines. So I didn't cry again. I was just in the plane. I was like happy. I was taking pictures to save memories. So we went, I think Dubai is ahead of Nigeria with like 4 hours if I'm not mistaken. So we're almost at Dubai. Then I checked the time back in Nigeria and I saw the time and I saw the difference with Dubai. That's when it dawned on me that you've left home. That was when I started crying. Like I started crying in the plane. I was crying. Like where I was sitting, it was just only me. I started crying. I cried. But then I had to be strong for myself. I had to be strong for everyone at home. So I just got myself, I put myself back together and I was like, yeah, you can do this. So I got to Dubai and we dropped at the airport. Everything was so strange. I didn't know where I was going to, but I needed to find the next place where I'll be boarding. So I was just there. Then luckily for me, I met this guy. He said he was heading to China and me, I was going to the Philippines. So he was like, okay, can he see? Then he saw where I was meant to be and he was like, okay, he's just going to take me there. I was like, God, you work in so many ways. So the guy took me there. He took me to where I was going to stay. God, it was extremely cold. Like back in Nigeria, it wasn't so cold, but in Dubai, it was cold, so cold, and I wasn't covered up so well. Like I was freezing. I had to sit down at the airport for like 4 hours before I would move again. So I met this girl there. She said she was from South Africa. She's going to Manila to work. What was I going to do? I said I was going to school. So we're just keeping in touch. We talked. So I got to Dubai now. I had to take pictures again. So I took pictures. I sent to my dad, but obviously it was night back in Nigeria and they were already sleeping. The only person that was awake again was still Henry. Thank you so much for everything. So he was up, he stayed with me up, we're chatting, keeping in touch. I sent pictures, everyone was just happy. So finally, it was time to move. So we got on the flight to Manila. I think 12 hours from Dubai to Manila. Okay, from Nigeria to Philippines, I think it was a total of 22 hours, including getting to Dubai, from Dubai to the Philippines and all. It was 22 hours. So from Dubai was 12 hours. We took off 9 a.m. and before I got to the Philippines it was like around 9 p.m. or so. So I was on the flight. They served some kind of food that I did not understand. I did not know I was coming to the Philippines live, to the kind of meal, that's kind of food I'm going to be seeing here. So they served the food. I just could not eat it. I just ate little stuff so that I'll be okay. I ate little, and I was on the plane. I met a Filipino woman, and she was just talking, asking me what I was coming to do here. So I was coming to school, workers and all. She was like, do you know we wear uniform here in the Philippines? I was like, no, but I've seen so many movies and I see them putting on uniform. She was just talking. It's just nice. We're just chatting and all. So finally we got to the airport in Manila, and I had to get a SIM pack immediately to call them back at home, and yeah, I am fine and all. So I got a SIM pack and I called them back at home. Everyone was so excited. Yeah, I've gotten here. Everything was so fine and nice. I had to call my sister here to come and pick me at the airport. Actually, she knew the timing and all, but I still needed to let her know that okay, I've arrived and all. So she came. I was so happy. She picked me up. I think that's all. This story was just coming to the Philippines. If you want to hear more stories, if you want to enjoy more stories and my experiences here, I have so many stories. Please stay tuned. Do well to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this story, and see my next video. Bye.